Reaching out, but I'm feeling nothing. Realizing my heart's turning cold again. So focused on chasing one thing. That I didn't see the pain I was lost. Sometimes I wonder if I'm blind or just ignoring all the signs. What was meant to keep me warm is now burning me alive. I'm gonna make it out and I feel scared, this feeling trying to tear me apart. And all the pain and doubt that I'm fighting, it was doomed from the start. 'Cause I may be down to my knees, but I still believe that till it's said and done, if I still reaching out, but I'm feeling nothing. Realizing my heart's turning cold again. So focused on chasing one thing. That I didn't see the pain I was lost. Sometimes I wonder if I'm blind or just ignoring all the signs. What was meant to keep me warm is now burning me alive. I'm gonna make it out and I feel scared, this feeling trying to tear me apart. And all the pain and doubt that I'm fighting, it was doomed from the start. 'Cause I may be down to my knees, but I still believe that till it's said and done, if I still
Hello, Crash Nation. Welcome to this weekend's wheelchair rugby tournament. Carolina Crash here on the Technical Tater Broadcasting Network. We are center court on court 3 at the Kentucky Convention Center in Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville being famous for the Louisville Slugger baseball bat museum and factory, and the greatest boxer of all time, Muhammad Ali. So we're glad to have you with us this weekend. This is PVA Carolina, sponsored by the Paralyzed Veterans of America. It's a huge venue. I'll try to get you guys a scope of how big this venue is. It's one of the largest in-season tournaments of the year. Have 4 courts playing simultaneously, 18 teams in action overall through the weekend in Division 1, Division 2, Division 3. Crash being in Division 2. And the 8 seed this morning's matchup is versus the WASA Lightning, WASA, Wisconsin area, right outside Milwaukee. So we're looking forward to a good matchup. WASA is ranked number 1 seed in our pool, Pool B. Carolina ranked 8th. So we need a good effort from Team Crash. Appreciate y'all supporting the team and looking forward to a good matchup here. Looks like we're just a few seconds away from tip-off. Remember, the chat feature's open. If you guys want to drop some chats in the chat box, I'll try to address them or at least recognize them as soon as I can. So it's like the WASA's already taken the court. Number 22, Conlon O'Brien. Number 15, Ryan Ingleby. Number 5, Kyle Peterson. And number 2, Marty Ewing. On the court for Crash, 22, Rhett Roberts. 10, Dave Jenkins. 15, James Whitty. And number 40, Miley Road. James Whitty center court with Ingleby for the tip. Looks like we're ready to get this one going. All goes up, it's tipped. Ewing throws it down court for number 5. Peterson in for the first score for WASA. Jenkins inbound and does a quick pass into Roberts. Trying to work his way through some traffic. Throws a long pass down court. Roberts called for an 8-second no dribble right off the bat. O'Brien inbounds to number 5, Peterson. Peterson looks low for number 2, Marty Ewing. Takes that one in. Pass comes in off the chair of Roberts. .22 backs it off and drops it down low to Peterson. That pass comes into Roberts near the end line, looking for some help. Dribble! Another 8-second call. Sorry, scream in your ear. Ewing down to O'Brien, stopped by Road at the end line. Back to Ewing. Drops pass down low to Peterson. Inbounds pass comes to Whitty this time. Whitty through the defenders. Stopped by O'Brien. Takes it across the line. Caraolina gets their first points. 6:36 to go. WASA 4, Caraolina 1. Peterson looking long. Pass towards half court. Ingleby stopped by Robertson. Jenkins over to O'Brien. Roberts breaks through some traffic. Gets his dribble in this time, looking over long, tosses the pass down for Whitty. Peterson up to O'Brien. Ingleby across the line. Another quick pass into Roberts. Gets a screen from Jenkins. Has the ball knocked away. Pass comes into Whitty. Oh, gets pushed over the line. Peterson. Pass goes down to O'Brien for the score. Another low pass off the chair, Roberts. Peterson gets pushed into the cone over there in the corner. No score for WASA on that possession. Subs for WASA, number 9, Mitchell Winkleman, and number 20, Anthony Sabell. Pass into Whitty, had position on Sabell. It's a dribble in and across the line for Carolina. 7-3. Ewing into Winkleman. Ewing looking long. Peterson's there. Whitty fires a pass to Jenkins. Jenkins around the corner, finds a path to the end line. Ewing with another long pass to Peterson. Got equipment timeout on, I believe it's Winkleman's chair. Dave Jenkins inbounding for Carolina. Whitty able to break free to receive the pass. Down court, dumps one short to Jenkins. Ball's knocked around. Last touch by WASA. Subs into the game for Carolina. Ronnie Adams, Chris Plax, and Hank Allen join Whitty on the floor. Whitty attacking the corner, dumps low to Plax. Posted up on Ewing. Winkleman had his team across half court. It's called for 8-second. No dribble. Turnover to Crash. 4:17 to go in the first. 9-5. WASA. High pass. Plax snatches it out of the air. Fires a pass to Whitty across half court. Whitty lobs one down to Plax. Over to Whitty. Ronnie Adams sealed the corner. Winkleman past half court. Gets to number 5, Peterson. Ball's tipped away by Whitty. Last touch by Peterson. Crash defense create another turnover. Chance to close the lead to 2 here with 3:41 to go in the first quarter. Adams into Plax. Adams behind a screen from Allen. Up court to Whitty. Whitty fights through arm traffic. Takes it across. It's a penalty try. It's like Winkleman left the court as he was connecting with Whitty on that hit. So Carolina will get the score. Ewing nudged from behind by Whitty. Adams looking for help. Another pass in the Plax. Tough catch. Adams brings it across half court. Ball knocked around. Adams recovers and fires it over to Plax, working his way towards the end line. Carolina getting their act together here after a little bit of a shaky start. Like they're settling in some offense now. Get a couple stops on defense. Ewing over to Peterson. Black snatches that one away from the defenders. Looks long for Whitty. Whitty's there. Ewing across half court. Quick pass. Try to get it into Whitty. Whitty bumped from behind by Winkleman and the ball rolls out of bounds. (12-9). WASA, 2:16 to go in the first quarter. Winkleman battling Allen. Allen pushed across. WASA with the penalty try. Plax racing towards the end line. Makes it. Plax doing a good job on defense on Winkleman. Pass gets intercepted by Allen. Allen tries to get it over to Whitty. Ball went out of bounds. WASA ball. Peterson around the corner for that score. Another pass into Plax. Pass goes over to Whitty. Try to get a pass up there. Looked like it was intended for Adams. A little miscommunication. Had a crash on that one. 8 seconds. No dribble called on Peterson. 53 seconds to go. First quarter. Adams bounces it into Whitty. Whitty sandwiched between defenders. There's Winkleman ended up upside down, right in the key. See how they're going to score this. Looks like it's going to be Carolina ball inbounding in the corner. Maybe a penalty. Yep. Winkleman called for holding. As he was going over, he grabbed a crash player's chair, which is a penalty. So he'll come to the penalty box. And Carolina will have 4-on-3 for the last 40 seconds of the quarter. Adams inbounding. Whitty gets the inbound pass to the key. Working some clock. Hold it for the last shot, last score opportunity. Finally gets pushed across with 26.7. Winkleman back in. WASA with the opportunity to get one more on the board before the end of the first. Ewing. Hit by Whitty. Slow him down. Peterson. 15 on the game clock. Guarded by Adams and Whitty. Back to Ewing. Looks like he's going to get the corner with 5.4 to go. WASA up 4, 15-11. Coach Duda calls a timeout. Gives some instructions to the troop, and Carolina will be inbounding near half court with 5.4 to go. Put one more on the board. Flax will be the trigger for this inbound. It's like a long pass coming. Fires it over to Adams. Got position. Tries a bounce pass down to Whitty. Knocked away. Last touch by Ewing, I believe. Oh. A little confusion on the court. Ball must have been last touch by Carolina. Winkleman setting up for last second shot. Big gaggle of players down to the baseline. Carolina trying to prevent a pass into the key. Lob pass coming in. Peterson catches it and backs across as the clock expires. Question is, did he make it or not? No goal. One referee saw across the line, but the other referee saw that the clock had expired. So that point will not count. So at the end of one, WASA Lightning 15, Carolina Crash 11. Take a short break. All right, get ready to fire it back up. Looking in the chat, we got some. Looks like we got some representatives from the Plax family. Greg Taylor on board. Brian Muscarella, also a member of the Crash team, semi-retired, I believe. Nonetheless, still a member of the team in our hearts. Nana Tater from Tactical Tater Broadcasting Network, grandmother of Brett Roberts. Glad y'all are with us. Here we go back. Same lineups on the court appears for both teams, with the exception of O'Brien, number 22. But number 6 is in the first. Nolan Turner, also for WASA. Adams fires up pass into Whitty. Pass comes in Plax. Plax down to Adams. Flop the pass down low to Whitty. Ball's scramble for the ball. Whitty ends up with it. 8 seconds in the key called. Whitty was close on that one. Two O'Brien in for the score for WASA. Max looking for help. Over to Whitty. Whitty follows Adams. Carolina trying to keep this one close. 16-12 here early in the second. Pass comes to Ewing across half court. Turner across the line. Ball into Whitty. Pursued by number 22, O'Brien. Flax looks long for Whitty, backed in, had position on Ewing. Ewing's pass behind number 22, picked up by Allen. Allen, ball is knocked away, picked up by Plax. Adams, motoring towards the inline. Another lob pass down low to Whitty. Carolina back within 3. 5:54 to go in the first half. Pass Peterson to Ewing. Plax, surrounded by 3 defenders, throws it up ahead of Adams. Adams looking long for Whitty, wrestles the ball away from number 5, Peterson. Peterson looking for the inline. Plax down the near side. Up ahead to Adams. Adams, 2 defenders. Splits 2 defenders. Takes it in. Ewing's pass to Peterson. Up to O'Brien with a clear path in the inline. Another pass from the Plax from Adams. Plax looking for some clean air to get through. Fires a pass across half court looking for Whitty. Ball out of bounds. Plax was up against the clock. 12-second clock was about to expire on him. Back into the game for Carolina's 22 Roberts and 10 Jenkins. Joins Plax and Allen. Peterson guarded by Jenkins. Hammered by Roberts. Forces a turnover to Plax. Plax comes past Jenkins. Looking for Roberts up ahead. And across the line. Good defense by Carolina, creating a turnover. Another pass intercepted by Plax. Plax looking for the corner. Slips a pass into Jenkins. Carolina back within 2. 2018, halfway through the second quarter. Peterson's pass gets knocked around. Picked up by number 6, Nolan Turner. Slips behind the defenders. That pass comes into Roberts. Looking for some help. Lobs a pass overhead to Jenkins. Jenkins up ahead to Plax. Plax down low to Roberts. Backs his way across the line. Carolina trying to crank up the defensive pressure, create some turnovers. Roberts on Peterson. Peterson gets a pass to O'Brien. Jenkins to Roberts. Follows Plax down the far side with the head of steam. Outruns the defense, gets a solid pick from Jenkins just to make sure. Passes up court. Peterson near sideline. Makes a big hit from Plax. Able to squeak his way inside the cone. Plax. Ball ends up on the floor. Jenkins almost saved it. Ball just touched the line. O'Brien inbounding subs for WASA, number 9. Winkleman and number 4, Robert Sabell. Number 20, I'm sorry. Anthony Sabell. Kyle Peterson up high with the ball. Weaves through the defenders. WASA back up 4, 24-20. 2:23 to go. Lob pass comes into Roberts. Fighting hand traffic. Gets a little slip pass to Jenkins. Long pass down court looking for Hank Allen all alone. Allen gets a low pointer scored. Nice catch by Allen. Snuck out the back door. Winkleman picked up by Allen. Passes coming to Peterson. Peterson bobs and weaves through the defenders. Gets spun right at the baseline. Backs his way in. Almost had a jump ball there by Jenkins. Low pass comes into Roberts. Looks long for Plax. Jenkins is going to split between Plax and Peterson. Pump fakes, then bounces it to Plax. Ball's knocked loose. Plax picks it up. Takes it across the line with 1:09 to go. Carolina closes within 2 again, 25-23. Peterson hit by Roberts. Winkleman breaking free up ahead. Pass into Roberts. Down the sideline. Fires a long pass down to Plax. Pass almost got away from Peterson. Stopped by Jenkins. Lob pass to Winkleman right at half court. Could have called an over and back there. Peterson battling Roberts. Ball's lobbed down to Winkleman. Crosses with 14 on the shot clock. Tough defense by Carolina. A couple opportunities could have gone their way on that. Roberts Looks long for Plax again. Plax, bobs and weaves and crosses with 2.8. 27-25. WASA, 2.8 on the clock. Call it timeout. We'll try another half court try with Winkleman inbounding. Everybody piles up at the end line again. Trying to get a pass down low. It looks probably Ewing posted up down in there. Looks like he's got some position. Winkleman holds it up high. High pass tipped by Plax. Ball is going to go out of bounds. The clock expires. That'll do it for the first half. Crash hanging tough with the number 1 seed in their pool. And the score at the end of the first half is 27-25. We're going to take a 5-minute break and be right back. We're back. Got some more activity in the chat. Ronnie Adams getting a shout out from the Adams family. All right, here we go. Second half. WASA will have first shot. Allen, Roberts, Jenkins, Plax for Carolina. 22 O'Brien, 5 Peterson, and 2 Ewing, and 15 Ingleby for WASA. Carolina will be moving left to right on offense. Peterson cut off by Roberts. Hit again by Jenkins. Powers his way across the line. Lob pass comes to Plax. Plax tries to get a pass over to Jenkins, a little long. Picked up by Peterson. Roberts, collision. Ball to Ewing. Left-handed pass comes to Ingleby across half court. Peterson picked up by Plax. Peterson across the line. WASA goes back up 4, 29-25. High pass snatched out of the air by Plax. Follows Allen. Plax gets across the timeline. Tips the pass. Gets picked up by Jenkins. Jenkins pushes hard. Gets able to push his way in front of Ewing. Passing it into Ingleby. Low pointer throws it back over to Peterson. Peterson trying to get the corner. Able to get around Roberts and Jenkins. Roberts has got an issue with one of his straps. Looks like he's all better. Jenkins lobs into Plax again. Plax, head of steam, racing to Ewing, across half court. Circles back around. It's the 3-on-3 down here. Jenkins and Ingleby locked up at the other end of the court. Plax dumps a pass into Roberts, backing across the inline. Quick pass into Ewing. Ball's on the floor. Ewing and Allen battling for it. Ball rolled around, went off the bumper of Roberts' chair, out of bounds. James Whitty back in the game for number 22. Roberts. Brian inbounding for WASA. Gives it off to Ewing. Pass tipped back to himself by Peterson. Almost intercepted by Jenkins. Pass behind Plax. Hank Allen picks it up. Tries to get the Plax again. Flax gets across the line just in time. Jump ball called. A lot of hands and arms flying around in that collision. Possession arrows pointing to Carolina, so they'll keep the ball. Ronnie Adams in for Plax. Ball comes into Adams. Carolina sets up half-court offense. Roddy crashes the lane. Adams around the right side. Finds a nice nifty pass there by Adams. Gets to Jenkins. Well-designed play from Carolina. Ewing. Peterson. Catch by Ewing. O'Brien on the spot for the catch. Communication on that pass. Picked off by Ingleby. Ewing down to O'Brien. Pass into Jenkins. Over the shoulder catch. Trying to push his way through defenders. Lobs it to Adams. Slices his way across half court. Weaving his way through the defenders and crosses the line. Peterson breaks away. Jenkins looking long for Whitty. Reaches over and picks that one up. 34-30, 4:19 to go in the third. Peterson up to Ewing. Oh, caught right at half court by Adams. It could have been an over and back. Not called. Pass. Tries to get it over to Jenkins. Intercepted by Peterson. Down to O'Brien for that one. WASA opens up a 6-point advantage. Whitty with the ball. It's at half court. Throws a pass to Jenkins before he crosses. Jenkins not able to catch it. So Carolina Plax back in for Adams. High pass into Peterson. Plax and Jenkins trying to knock the ball away to Ewing. Looking long, holds up. Gives it off to Winkleman. Pass up ahead to Peterson. Plax in pursuit. Jenkins quick pass into Whitty. Off his hands. Winkleman ends up with it. WASA goes up 8, 3:18 to go. Whitty tries to get it past the plaques off his fingertips. Winkleman there again. Peterson. WASA pulling away a little bit. 39-30 with 3 to go in the third. Coach Duda for Carolina calls a timeout to rally the troops. All right, here we go. Back to action. Roberts back in. Adams, Flax, Roberts, and Allen. Number 20, Anthony Sabell in for WASA. That pass up to Adams. Adams gets it across half. Covers the ball. Bounces it to Plax. Down to Adams. Lobs ball and pass over the defender down to Roberts. Winkleman. It's a pick by Peterson. Sets him free. Adams tosses one off the chair of Roberts. Roberts scramble on the floor. Picked up by Roberts. Fires a pass up ahead looking for Adams. Winkleman tries to get down the sideline. Marty Ewing in pursuit. Over to Peterson. (41-31), 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Adams bounces it into Plax. Plax around the corner. Trying to hustle across the half court. Finally gets there, bounces one over to Roberts, streaking to the end line. Peterson working push by Adams. It's at the Winkleman, hit by Roberts and Plax. Peterson around the corner. Adams slips a pass up the middle to Roberts. Last touch by the WASA defender. Plax bounces it back to Adams. Gaggle of players near half court. Adams slips behind. He got across half court, ends up getting called for 8 seconds with no dribble. Ewing looking long. Winkleman couldn't get the handle on that one. Guarded by Roberts. Pass comes into Plax, getting pushed towards the corner, looking long. Fires a pass near half court. Roberts is there, one hands it. Stopped by Ewing. Pivots around. Winkleman tries to get it out. Roberts sees an opening, muscles his way through. .40 seconds to go here in the third. Pass is coming down to Peterson. Roberts trying to get there. .33.7 to go in the third. 43-33. Carolina with the timeout. Try to get another one on the board before the end of the quarter. Adams do the trigger on this inbound. Slop pass down to Plax. Double teamed. Pushes away. Some help from Allen. Roberts tries to set his pick on Peterson. Plax. Working his way to corner. Dumps one low to Adams. Looks like Ewing may have left the court down there. So Carolina will get the penalty try with 6.4 on the clock. WASA calls the timeout. So they'll get a chance here with a little over 6 seconds to get one more on the board. Winkleman gets it to Ewing with a head of steam. Trying to crash in. Stopped by the defenders. Winkleman around the corner. Crosses, but split second late. Clock had expired, so that will not count. So our score at the end of 3, Wassa Lightning 43, Carolina Crash 34. While we have a second, waiting for the fourth quarter to start, let you know about our next game. It'll be this afternoon at 2:30 versus the Jefferson Moss McGee Eagles from Philadelphia. We're very familiar with that team, playing quite a bit throughout the year at various tournaments. Should be a good matchup. All right, fourth quarter. WASA have first possession, number 22. Conlon O'Brien inbounding. And for the game for the Crash for the first time, John Godsey, number 25. Ball comes into Peterson. Also crashes the key, opens up a lane for Peterson. Adams gets to Plax. Bounce pass comes to Jenkins. Jenkins sees Adams streaking toward the end line. Ewing crunched at half court by Plax. Able to get a pass away. O'Brien had it for a moment. The ball's loose on the floor. It's like a battle going on. Jump ball called. And ball will go to Caraolina. Adams gives it to Godsey on a give and go right at the baseline. Adams, little pass up ahead to Plax with some momentum heading towards the end line. Number 22, O'Brien's not going to catch him. Plax going to intercept that pass near half court. Turns the other way. Down low to Jenkins. Crash closes it up to 7, 44-37. 6:29 to go in the game. O'Brien around the outside corner. Lobbed into Plax. Plax gets a good pick from Adams. Godsey seals the corner. Ewing. Pass over to Peterson. Jenkins tries the last minute reach. Peterson crosses. The pass nearly got away from Jenkins, able to recover. Tosses one over the shoulder to Adams. Adams finds an opening and takes it across. Ewing's pass for Peterson connects. Jenkins looks long. Plax just out of his reach, out of bounds. Brian, high lob pass down to Ewing. Quickly into Jenkins. Able to break away from Peterson. Jenkins dodges defenders all the way to the end line. Peterson. Turner's pass tipped by Jenkins. Jenkins gets it to Adams. Adams to Plax. Pass intended for Adams. Knocked around, out of bounds. Last touch by WASA. Looks like Carolina may have called timeout. Substitutions in for Carolina is Whitty and Santos is in for the first time for Carolina. Actually going to be Carolina ball. Jenkins brings it over to Plax. Ewing called for leaving the court. He's going to come to the penalty box. Santos Acosta be inbounding. I think we have a little confusion where to inbound the ball. They're going to keep it where it's at. Acosta throws it over to Jenkins. Down low to Whitty. Ewing calls the inbound for a free pass to the out of the box. Peterson trying to bust his way through the defenders. Winkleman. $49-41's our score with 3:41 to go in this one. Jenkins tries to get it past the Whitty off his fingertips. Peterson fighting Jenkins and Whitty at the baseline. Ball's knocked free by Whitty. Up ahead to Plax. Number 33's on the court for WASA. They don't have a name or a jersey number for that player. Peterson has the ball knocked loose again. Ooh, able to recover it just in time. Finds Ewing. Ball comes into Plax. Tosses a pass up ahead for Whitty. Peterson in pursuit. Bounce pass down low, looking for Jenkins. Gets intercepted by number 33. Peterson tries to get it to Winkleman. That ball is knocked away by Plax. Subs, Carolina, 40, Miley Road, number 22, Rhett Roberts. So it's Roberts Road, Whitty, and Acosta on the court for Carolina. Whitty gets a pass over to Roberts. Roberts looking for an angle. Roberts swaps Whitty up. Oh, they passed just a bad angle on that one. Bounces over his head. .209 to go. 50-42 is the score. Winkleman. Peterson to Ewing. Roberts in pursuit. Costa throws a ball. Roberts' pass connects with Whitty. Whitty looking for some open air, and Santos Acosta sets a screen on Peterson. Winkleman cut off by Roberts at half court. That probably should have been an over and back. Got away with that one. Ends up in the hand of Peterson. Costa gives it off to Whitty. Knocked away. Carolina will try inbounding in, this time in the corner. Ball comes into Whitty, getting pushed from behind. Spins away. Looking to split some defenders. Throws the ball through the middle of the court. .56 seconds left. 52-43. Ewing looking long for Peterson. Peterson. Roberts gets this inbound pass, pivots away. Throws it to Whitty off his hands. That was gonna. Winkleman tried to pick it up, couldn't quite snatch it before he went out of bounds. So Carolina will keep it. 38 seconds to go. Costa finds Whitty, breaking him free from the defenders. Peterson looking long, lobs a pass up over to Winkleman. Peterson down low to Ewing. Roberts backs into him, cuts him off. Whitty reaches over, commits a foul. Whitty will come to the penalty box. It's likely going to be an illegal use of hands. WASA will have 4-on-3 for the last 8.5 seconds. Ewing crosses with 1 second on the clock. And that'll do it. Clock expires. Score WASA Lightning 54, Carolina Crash 44. Not a bad showing by Carolina versus the number 1 seed. I think better things are to come this afternoon for the team. That'll do it for this one. Again, we'll be back on the air at 2:30 versus the Philadelphia McGee Eagles. So, as always, thank you for watching this broadcast of the Tactical Tater Broadcasting Network and the Carolina Crash Wheelchair Rugby. We will see you soon.